What is going on, YouTube family? Welcome back to another episode of Pips and Points. I'm your host, Jono, and today we're going to be talking about what we always talk about, which is the NAS100. Right, so that is what we're going to be on about today, and it's what we're always talking about. To be fair, it doesn't change. So the first thing I want to do is give a special shout out to all my Piptonites. These awesome people, awesome Piptonites are my subscribers, sorry. So guys, you're the best. I have so much love for you guys. Like, you guys are so awesome. I appreciate you for all of your support through my entire journey up until now and beyond. Thank you so much for your support. And I also want to give a special shout out to all the new guys that have joined our family of the Pipto Warriors. That's the new name that I'm going with now. The Pipto Warriors, the Piptonites. I mean, when will it end? So guys, listen, welcome to the channel, okay? Right, on this channel, we predominantly talk about the NAS100. And what I aim to do is give you the best possible technical analysis I can deliver. Now, the technical analysis is based from my perspective, i.e. I'm doing it for myself and I'm just sharing it with you. And in doing so, you may find opportunities in it yourself that you could actually capitalize off. And on saying that, it is super important that I stress this to you. I am not a financial advisor and I am not giving you financial advice. It is upon you to do your own homework, okay? So whatever you see that I do on the channel, if it makes sense to you, that is fantastic. But it's also super important that you do your own research, check my work to make sure that that you're comfortable with whatever decisions you're going to make, because like I said, I'm not a financial advisor and I'm not giving you financial advice. This is just me showing you how I'm navigating the NAS100. And if you find the information on this channel useful or beneficial, okay, subscribe, hit the subscribe button, become a Piptonite, turn on the notifications, because whenever I release a video, the videos are time sensitive, so I release videos based on current market conditions. So you want to get that as fast as possible and then watch that video in its entirety and compare what I've discussed with your own technical analysis and see if it makes sense. And if it does, then obviously what you need to do after is straightforward. Make a move, do something, put some skin in the game, right? So with all of that covered, I'm sure there's a little bit I wanted to add on, but I can't remember what I wanted to say, so we're going to leave that there and we're going to get straight into it. So first things first, what we're going to do is I'm going to turn on all of the work that we've been doing from last week, yesterday and today. So this is where it is, and as you can see right now, the NAS is moving beautifully. It is falling down to where I expected it to go. It's not there yet, but hopefully it is going to get there, and once it does get there, we're then going to know what we need to do. So in the last video, I covered everything in regards to why I think this area up here is so important, okay? So I'm not going to go over that again today. I'm going to talk about something else. If you want to know why this area is so important, you need to go back and watch the other videos, okay? The last 3 videos, right? And okay, so right now what we're looking at, it is the formation of the head and shoulders, and it looks like we're almost there. We are almost there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drag this support level, well, this zone all the way back here, okay? I'm going to pull it back, but we're just going to pull it back here for a second, all right? Because this was a high, so you can't actually, no, wait, let's just do another one. Let's just do another one, a plain one, so I know that one's not too important. I'm going to raise this one a little bit higher. Okay, so we're just going to put that head there for now, right? And this is the zone, right, where market could actually retrace back to. So either on it or just below it to this price action level over here. Okay, so this is where we're expecting market to go to right now, right? And the reason why I'm expecting that is in formation of this, the head and shoulders. So I talked about this in the last video, and I'm going to talk about it again today because it's still relevant. It's still very much relevant because this is something that is taking place right now. Okay, so this is the head and shoulders. So let's just change this to a single line so it's clear, right? So this is the head and shoulders that we're looking at right now. I'm expecting price to either come to this level and pull up, or come down to this level and then pull up. right? Or it might not even do either. It could possibly come all the way down here somewhere, and at which point it won't be a head and shoulders anymore, right? It will be part of this overall structure winding down until it then begins to push itself up. So at the moment it hasn't done anything other than is going with what I think is going to be happening, which is the head and shoulders. So until it produces anything different, the head and shoulders from my point of view still stands. Okay, so the next area of interest is these levels up here. Okay, now this is a high, this is a high, right? This is a high, this is a high, right? And this high has been broken. So this is a high and this is a high, and it has been broken, and we have a double top right up here, right? So we've got a double top right up here that so far it hasn't broken across. And what we are waiting, what is my main aim of the game, what I'm hoping to happen is price will continue to fall down to about this level, okay? And then when price pushes up, I want price to come above this price action level right here, right? This is actually the real one that I want. So this is the one that I really want. This is the level, the one that actually matters. But we're just gonna say, because a lot of people use resistance and support to trade, I'm kind of half in, half out in using resistance and support levels to trade. I mainly go with the overall move in terms of what is actually really happening in the market, supposing to looking at the overall structure and basing a decision off that. I used to do that in the past, but I'm not so much now, because what tends to happen is sometimes the highs will deceive you. So I'll give you an example of a deceiving high. This one right here looks like it's a high, well, a lower high, but it actually isn't. It's a low, right? And how do I know it's a low? Because the MACD confirms it for me that this is a low. Okay, so that's why I'm not heavily relying on resistance and support levels. I mean, they do work, but I don't really rely on it. I mainly rely on what is actually is considered a real high and what is considered a real low according to the MACD. All right, so that is what we're waiting for. Now, moving forward, I'm going to be releasing videos 3 times a week moving forward. Okay, so one on a Monday, one on a Wednesday, and another one on a Friday, and that's going to give us a really good roundup as to what is happening at the beginning of the week, what will be going on in the middle of the week, and what we can expect for the following week, which will be the video that I do on a Friday. All right, so for all you awesome Piptonites that put in your sell orders around this level or around this level, well done to collecting all those pips. I'm still in a trade, so I haven't been closed out. There was a situation that came up this morning, right? And it almost took me out. Literally, it was so close. It was so close. I'm going to show you the one that almost took me out, right? I think you guys can almost see it. This one right here. So let me just zoom in. This one right here. So this wick almost took me out because I had my trading stop at this level right here, right? Based on what we discussed yesterday, because remember I said if it closes below this level, so if it closes below this level right here, I was going to move my trailing stop just to cover that area, and that's exactly what I did. And price shot all the way up, right? And then came down, and when I actually glanced at my phone to see what was going on, we were somewhere down here. So I was like, whoo, that was a close one. And that was this one right here. This one right here almost took me out, almost ended my entire party. And guys, look, as we're watching, look at that. Price is pushing down even further. So this here, what you're watching right now was another opportunity to get in on the sell, okay? Because this over here is what we call a rising wedge or a rising flag, right? Whichever way you want to call it. I mean, if you say it to me, I understand exactly what you mean. But this is what that is: a rising flag or a rising wedge, whichever way you want to call it. So if you go into a lower time frame, let's do 15 and let's see how that really looks, right? 15, and let's see where it was rising from. Okay, so here it is. Here it is. So as you can see, this is what it's doing, right? So this is it right here. And upon seeing that, upon seeing that, okay, which is confirmed as a high, so let me just get the MACD up and going. I don't know why this MACD is so small. Okay, right, this over here is considered a high. So at this level, had you been paying attention, okay, you literally could have stuck in a sell here if you'd missed it. You could have stuck in a sell here, right? Or you could have stuck in a sell here, or you could have stuck in a sell here. These are levels that you could have stuck in sells on, okay, to ride it down to the downside, and it's still carrying on this journey, so it's still going to be pushing down, right? So if you are selling, this is no time to take your chips off the table, because it's still got a long way to go, right? It's still got a long way to go. So let me get rid of these. Let me just get rid of these little thingamajigs. Let's get rid of all of those, right? Let's get rid of all of those. And let's get rid of this one, because this was an explanation of me almost being taken out. So let's get rid of that, and let me explain why I think like price is still going to go down even further. So we're just going to go back into time. We'll not go back in time, I'm just going to zoom back out a bit. No, we don't want that. Turn off. Okay. And the reason why I say that is in relation to this price action level right here. This is where I think price is going to go to, and that is confirming this area right here, which is a high. No, so which is a low, sorry, it's a low. No, sorry, it's actually a high. Sorry, my mistake, my apologies. It actually is a high, and this here too is a high, and this here too is a high. So this area, so this zone is where I think price is going to go back to, okay? And as you can see, price is on its way there right now as we speak. So this video will be up soon. When you actually go to watch it, I mean, if you're fast to watch it, you will see that price is heading down to this zone, right? Now you can grab a couple of pips, okay? And bearing in mind, this is not financial advice. This is only based upon the fact that you've done your homework, you've done the research, and you know what it is that you're doing. You can obviously jump in with a sell, and it will be pushed, and you could jump in with a sell and ride it all the way down, but you need to hold a stop, and your stop would need to be above this level right here. Would need to be at 1.19. That is if you're doing a market buy right now. That would be a safe place to put a stop. If it takes you out, it happens. Get over it, right? And you will get over it, because this is the game. It happens to us all the time, right? But ultimately, if you don't want to get in, me personally, what I would do if I hadn't got into this at all, I would wait for it to get to this level and then see what it does, and then I'll take the reverse position, which is what I plan to do. Hence why you can see this drawing laid out on here like so. So let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this, and yeah, let's get rid of that. I think we pretty much covered it all. This is on the 15 minutes, so let's go to the 1 hourly and just do this properly. Actually, do you know what, in all fairness, I would say if you haven't got in, yeah, just leave it. Yeah, just leave it and just wait, to see if price bounces at 13.884, or if it breaches that and it goes to 13.760. Okay, if it does that and it starts to push back up, then you may consider taking in a buy trade, a long position, because that's what I plan to do once I get the confirmation that it's pushing upwards. But now that we're in, well done to all you guys that got in, collecting the pips and the points, because we take them all. That's what we do, right? My pip tour warriors, that is what we do, right? And so let me just think of if there's anything else that I've missed that I need to cover, because literally this is just doing this thing. So I think I've pretty much covered everything. So we're just waiting for market to get to this zone before we do anything else. If you're in, you're in. If you're out, I would recommend you stay out. But if you want to get in, think about the areas. So if you want to get in, the best way to look at the situation is this, right? Areas where it's consolidating the most is where you want to put your stop. So it's consolidating around this level, so you want to put your stop up here, right? Now, does it mean it's not going to hit your stop? No, it does not mean that. It could still hit your stop. But if I was going to jump in, bearing in mind that it's covered so much ground already, that is how I would play it. I would put my stop up here, and I would just buy into the market or sell into the market, and I'll see if the market reaches TP, and I will set the TP at 13,884.66. That's what I would do, right? So with that said, I want to thank you all, each and every single one of you, for giving me your precious time and coming over and watching another episode of Pips and Points. I truly appreciate you giving me your precious time to come over and see what I've got to say in regards to the NAS100. If you haven't done so already and you find the content useful and beneficial, please hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification because these videos are time sensitive, and yeah, hit the bell and drop a comment as to where you're watching this from. I would love to find out where you're watching me from, okay? And I will look forward to seeing you in the next video. So for now, this is Jono signing out.